We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go on EA Sports. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt. Now in year number 6.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Aldridge. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
First and 10 at the 44.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him the quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
He finds his man complete. It's Dawson. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 50.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
They'll keep it on the ground. Boom. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Up the middle they go. Boom. And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Taken down at the 14-yard
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Complete to number 32.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on third down, Aldridge. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Brought down right at the line.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Aldridge. And that is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
That's caught. It's a rookie from Oregon. And he's got this down to the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Now a handoff up the middle. Boom. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 4th and 1.
Off the play fake. Aldridge working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Aldridge throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
Team 7. Visitors nothing.
So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. Result is a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll look to throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
First and 10.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Carroll.
Complete to number 8.
Here's second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
They're going to look to throw.
At the 22.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. That is caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
The 6-yard line.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. On the RPO, he'll keep, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Aldridge. He'll get this into the hands of Price. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
At the 47-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
A loss of 6 yards. It's now 3rd down and 9.
Aldridge to throw. A final shot before break. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And a first down.
Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Here's 2nd and 7.
13 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd down. At their
Back to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Carroll. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Now 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Our home team.
A drive that time of 6 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And this one too low.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Up the middle they go. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down at his
Here's 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Aldridge. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Powering his way forward. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
A gain of 29 yards. Result is a 1st down.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And he's got this down to the 35. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
A gain of 19 yards. And a 1st down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Carroll. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score.
17. Our home team, 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man, it's Scott. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The play action fake, they'll look to throw. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Here's Aldridge throwing to start the drive. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Boom. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a first set of down. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carroll. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for our visitors, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in.